There are so many women out there dealing with endometriosis, many of those who haven't even been diagnosed yet. And I honestly feel like endometriosis is just now starting to be talked about. And the problem is that in the modern day, the endometriosis is rarely managed properly. We give the pain meds, the hormone therapy, we do the cutting, the dewombing, and then we just give more drugs. And that is not the answer because it will not work long term. All of these medications, follow ups, testings, and still no healing, no relief, just quick silencing of the body's alerts. But in real medicine, the goal should not be to silence the alarms, it should be to hone in on them. In that way, we could kind of use those alerts to, point us in a direction for optimal healing, finally. And not to mention, the alerts of the endometriosis aren't so easy to ignore, in the first place. We have the painful periods, the pain during intimacy, excessive menstrual bleeding, and stomach upset that will make you over the top miserable. And if you ignore them, then boom, other complications pop up. Chronic pelvic pain, infertility, ovarian cysts and tumors, chronic low energy, irritable bowel syndrome, chronic hormonal imbalances, anxiety and depression, and even decreased quality of life and the potential for increased risk of ovarian cancer. With these complications also comes mental and spiritual blockades that can kind of further add to the chaos. In endometriosis, the tissues from the uterus thicken and then attach to the surrounding organs, known as the fallopian tube and the ovaries, and they also can travel to the bladder and the lungs. This is what you call the ebbs and the flows of stagnation and inflammation. This is how our minds can behave too. When we experience conditions of stagnation and inflammation, this translates in our mind as that same type of energy in the form of depression and anxiety. That same stagnation and inflammation can affect your spirit as well. It can trigger hopelessness, purposelessness, abandonment, anger, and even more depression. These relations alone can add to even more inflammation to the already overwhelmed functions of the nervous, cardiorespiratory, endocrine, reproductive, and immune systems. And when it comes to fixing it, well, you don't. You can't fix endometriosis. You can't go to the medical supply store and buy a new endometrium and have it placed into your body. Yet, at least. But what you can do is focus on fixing the root issues that led up to that condition in the first place. Instead of putting all the trust in the providers, just for them to shrug their shoulders saying, I don't know. But the possible root causes of endometriosis include retrograde menstruation, inflammation causing the uterus cell to spread to other organs through the bloodstream or lymphatic system, hormonal imbalances involving high estrogen and low progesterone, an imbalanced immune system, and gut dysbiosis due to too much unfriendly gut bacteria. So, with knowing all of those things to be the root causes of the condition, would you still accept the modern day management of just hormones and surgery? Or would you focus on the necessary actions to actually heal those things? And FYI, all of those roots can be addressed with lifestyle and nature's medicine. But I do understand that it may be challenging to hone in, unlearn, and relearn what you need to know to heal with lifestyle and nature's medicine. But challenging does not mean impossible. If you are unsure where to begin with managing your endometriosis at home, let's keep it real simple, or simple enough. You can balance your hormones with daily flaxseed water and indole-3 carbonol-rich foods like apples and Brussels sprouts. You can reduce inflammation by increasing omega-3 fats, cutting red meat and dairy, and going gluten-free, which is a big one. You can limit retrograde menstruation by avoiding inserting anything into your vag while you are bleeding and cleansing. This can be your dildos, your penises, period cups, and even tampons. And you can rebalance the immune system by reducing processed fried foods and refined sugars, lowering your alcohol intake, and drinking 100% vegetable juice daily. And you can increase friendly flora in the intestines by eating more cultured yogurt and kimchi in your diet. And after you consider those things, then consider optimizing by supplementing with indole-3 carbonol, vitamin E, EFAs, iodine, B complex, D-glucarate, melatonin, and vitamin C. Better yet, consider in tune and hormone balancing herbs like vitex berry, motherwort, dandelion root and leaf, and red raspberry leaf, which also support pain relief and inflammation. And for my quick solution girls, my favorite recommendation is to start this fire regimen 7 days before day 1 of the menstrual cycle, and that is 10 milligrams of melatonin nightly, 5 milliliters of a motherwort tincture 3 times a day, Vitex and red raspberry leaf herbal blends 2 times a day. And to reduce the pain that affects your sleep, you can throw in some skullcap, some passion flower, or some valerian, to love yourself and calm your body down. But besides that, do the other things that will help remove stagnation and inflammation from around your mind and your spirit and your body. Pray, give thanks, connect with a higher entity, take a warm bath, practice acupressure, do more cardio, do Pilates, do all of the things that elevate your mind, body, and spirit. Because these are the real medicines aimed not just at correcting endometriosis, but many hormonal imbalances in general, like PCOS, fibroids, infertility, and even menstrual irregularities. So if you want to improve your reproductive health, your fertility, and your quality of life, you have to apply what feels in tune with your body. But most importantly, you have to learn how to focus and listen to yourself.